Hi, I'm back. Saucy J here with Keep It Simple TV. I'm doing another review of The Real Housewives. This time it's The Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 13 episode. I think I'm going to do 16 and 17 together because really you can. I mean, you know, it's really not that much going on. But before I get into the review, you know, I just watched Earth, Wind, and Fire, the verses with Earth, Wind, and Fire and Isley Brothers. If you have not seen that yet, please do so. Please support. You know, just put it in YouTube. Put in Earth, Wind, and Fire versus Isley Brothers. A lot of YouTubers have uploaded it. Or you can download the Triller app and go through their process of watching Earth, Wind, and Fire versus Isley Brothers. It was really, really good. The music was really, really good. I think they got in a lot of their greatest hits, and you get a lot of history behind the music. The host was, it was hosted with Steve Harvey, the DJ. Oh my God, DJ D Nice. I remember him from back in the day. I forget what song. I think he did a lot with Heavy D. He's a big time corporate DJ now, and who knew? You know, but he really kept it moving, kept it going. Yeah, please check it out. It to me is like a great Black History event. And then towards the end, Ron Isley said that Isley Brothers and Earth, Wind, and Fire are gonna get together and make some music. So that'd be really great. That's a long time coming. They should have did that a long time ago. I think the newer generation now, they're showing people you can collaborate and come up with good music. So hopefully they will collaborate and people will be open-minded and accept it, and maybe put a shot in the arm of R&B music, you know, because it's none out there. You know, at least they don't play it on the radio. I find a lot of music through Pandora and YouTube, so I can't wait. Hopefully they do it and they can get the music out there for us, because they're highly talented people and they make great music. So yeah, check it out. Put it in YouTube and see if you can catch Earth, Wind, and Fire versus Isley Brothers. Also, check out, I also watched the one with Patti LaBelle and Gladys Knight. That one was really good. That one was more intimate. It was with the ladies, no host, and they were able to, interact with one another and vibe out to their music. It was just great. It was great. And another good one was between Snoop Dogg and DMX. And it's good that they did that one with DMX. Rest in peace to DMX, because as you know, he just passed. So that was really good. It was a really good verses too. And they have a lot of more. I think there was one between Beanie Man, and I can't remember who he went up against. Haven't had a chance to watch that one, but I think that one's going to be good too. So, okay. So and one last thing about my channel, I'm going to introduce a new segment called Saucy Segment, which will talk about trending topics. A lot of stuff is going on in the news. I don't want this channel to get too political, but you know, sometimes I would like to discuss some stuff, what's going on, and give my 2 cents. Just that, 2 cents. All right, so without further ado, we're going to get into The Real Housewives of season 13, maybe a little bit of 16, definitely all of 7. You know what? We're just going to do 17. Okay, we start off where you left off in episode, I got to look at my notes here, episode 16, where they all are coming back from New Orleans back to Atlanta to go to Candy's opening of her her new restaurant called Blaze. And that place looks fabulous. The food looked great before I get into the food part. So So they're back at her restaurant getting ready to do a tasting of what's going to be offered on the menu at Blaze. Her restaurant makes me want to go to Atlanta again. I've been to Atlanta a long time ago. Great food, a nice city, but you know, it was beautiful. It was nice, but they had no big body of water, at least not in the city that I could see. So they're at Blaze restaurant, and it starts off with Marlo speaking to everyone. And of course, Portia, our social justice warrior, doesn't speak. To bring everyone up to speed, her and Marlo has fallen out basically because Marlo has mended fences with Kenya, and Portia, the social justice warrior, doesn't like that because I guess she wants to put Kenya on an island by herself. But anyway, Marlo comes in and speaks. Portia doesn't speak back. Shamia is there, you know, she's really playing the role of Portia's lapdog very well. It's just sickening to watch. I used to be crazy about Shamia. I always felt like Shamia should have been a real housewife when she first came on. I thought she was classy. And she's just too loyal to Portia, and it's really like dimming her light to me. But anyway, Shamia got everybody fancy masks, like shields, fake shields, and put stuff on them. So she really bedazzled Marlo, and Marlo thought she wasn't going to get one because of what's going on between her and Portia. And Shamia's been so far up Portia's behind that, you know, Marlo was like, she might be nasty to me because things are not working out between her and Portia. But Shamia got everybody a mask, and she really bedazzled Marlo's mask. Marlo was overjoyed, kind of, you know, proving Portia right that, you know, Marlo is needy and she's just a clout tracer. So, but anyway, Marlo was happy to get the face shield, and she was overjoyed. So that was a nice moment. And Marlo goes on to apologize for her behavior back in NOLA, New Orleans. But Portia had already left before she could apologize to her direct. So she took the opportunity at Candy's restaurant to apologize. Portia paid her dust, which to me, it's like, come on, Portia, you know, you're supposed to be the social justice warrior. You're supposed to be this peace warrior, but you can't make peace with someone who has a right to befriend anyone she wants to befriend. Like Marlo said, she didn't get mad at you when you were friends with Kenya and having play dates between the babies, and she wasn't friends with Kenya. But it's okay for you to make up with Kenya and fall out, but it's not okay for Marlo to make up with Kenya. So anywho, in vain, Marlo keeps trying to apologize. Portia ignores her, you know, talking about, you know, she's just not, she don't really believe Marlo or whatever. So they all get ready to eat. They sit down. The aunts are there. Candy's mother shows up. Drew comes in looking like anybody's boy George. It's like, girl, come on, get a stylist. Are you like, this is just unreal. Her fashions are unreal. It's just like, what were those tights with the stripes? It's like, you're in your 30s. Why are you dressing like that? It's like, whatever. And that hat on top of the wig, not a good look, Drew. Please, hopefully next season, because she's so messy. I know they're going to bring her back for next season. She will have, you know, gotten or retained the services of a stylist. So Drew comes with her husband, Ralph. Of course, it's Candy and Todd. Cynthia came. Marlo's there. Kenya's there. Everybody's there. They're getting ready to sit down to eat for a tasting. The food looks great. I mean, oh my God, that food looks, you know, wonderful. But the only thing is, for me, I'm a big, you know, picky in terms of service. Like, if this is a tasting, it should have been tasting sizes, like small little, it's called a muse-bouche. That's the French term, and it's supposed to be just enough for a taste. they were given whole meals, which hey, I would have been eating it just like they were because it looked really good. The plating, you know, maybe because they might have been rushed. I mean, just big plops of crab and lobster on top of rice and whatever. And it's just like, okay, this is, you know, too much for a tasting, but hey, I would have ate it. I've been getting down just like Candy was doing, even though she was telling them, this is a tasting, you're not supposed to fill up. I couldn't tell because her mouth was full of food as she was telling everybody, this is just a tasting, but whatever. The food looked good. Kenya, for me, with some of the episodes that I've seen, it's been cringe fest. I used to be really crazy about Kenya. I feel like this show may have tarnished her beauty crown because it's like, girl, you cannot be, I live between two hospitals, so excuse the ambulance if you can hear it. Oh my God. And I don't want to film over. And this doesn't happen until I get on the phone. And then, you know, this becomes the corridor of emergency vehicles. I'm even, you know, close to a firehouse, like crazy. But anyway, so where was I? So Kenya asked Candy to step outside. And Portia, of course, looks up, wondering, like, what are they going to talk about? Girl, get over yourself. They're not talking about you. Kenya don't care about you. I know you wish she did, but she doesn't. She has a lot going on in her life. And of course, she steps out to talk to Candy to tell her, hey, you know, I'm going to have to leave early because Mark's in town. He came in unannounced, allegedly or supposedly, to, you know, for their daughter's birthday, for Brooklyn's second birthday. And he didn't tell her that he was coming like a day early. And he came and stayed with her, even though this is the same person that's supposed to be divorcing you, you know, that wants to get alimony on top of that. And they haven't even really been, even though they've been married like maybe a couple of years, they haven't been together probably more than 6 months. I mean, it's crazy. The whole situation is crazy. So Candy's like, you know, what's going on here? You know, are you guys getting a divorce? Like what? And you know, Kenya had told her that, you know, he comes in, he doesn't call and tell her he's coming, but he stays with her. He doesn't get a hotel room. And he's, you know, basically he's probably a cheap bastard, you know. But when Kenya goes to New York, she stays in a hotel. That's just crazy. It's like, what kind of relationship do you have with this man? Like, are you guys really married? Like what? And that's what Candy's trying to figure out. Like, what are you doing? Like, girl, get a divorce. Like, just cut the ties, keep it moving. This man has checked out. If he ever was in this marriage, he's definitely checked out. He's just playing, you know, at this point, this is me saying it, he's just playing her. And maybe it's some type of legal maneuver where he's going to, you know, he's going to really try to get alimony from her. And they weren't really even together, but he wants her money. So that's, you know, Brooklyn is an expensive baby, Kenya. You would have did better by going to a sperm bank and just, you know, knocking it out with that, because now you're going to have to deal with this man for another 18 years. It's just not 8, well, in this case, 16 years. That's crazy. So anyway, even Cynthia came out there. They're all talking about it. But at the end of it all, Kenya's leaving early. That's crazy. I would have never left for that food. I'd have been like, look, I already had an engagement with my friend. You know, I'm going to stay and support her. You're welcome to come. You know, I'll call ahead and be like, hey, can Mark come and eat? Other than that, I wouldn't leave that food. But that's just me. So Kenya leaves. You know, Candy said, yeah, girl, you know, take care of your business. Even though, you know, I feel like, Kenya, you're too intelligent for that. And I don't know why you're wasting your time with that man. You got the best thing from him, which is Brooklyn. Keep it moving. And they go back, you know, Candy and Cynthia go back in to eat and enjoying the rest of the party. Auntie Nora is filling up Drew's husband Ralph, which that was hilarious. I was like, what was she doing? Like, was she rubbing his leg? Like, what was going on? He had to grab her hand, you know. I'm like, whoa, you know, Drew's husband is cute, but man. And Auntie Nora was like, you better watch out, you know. So I thought that was a cute moment. And it's Candy's mother's birthday, and that was nice. You know, they celebrated her birthday. And the one thing that kind of like, you know, well, and Portia was messy at the table. I'm not going to even go through all that, how she just was still crapping on Marlo, wouldn't, you know, give her dap, none of that, you know, wouldn't pray for her or bless the food or whatever. It's just like, Portia, stop. You're not that important. I know, you know, I don't know why the execs said, you know, the execs said Bravo really like you. I don't get it, but girl, get over yourself. So some kind of way, you know, they bring up the fact that Marlo has had lipo. Who cares? I'm sure she, like Marlo said, she's already had lipo twice. The reason why she didn't like show up somewhere or was complaining about her back was truly because her nephews, and I know when my nephew was around that age, we still wrestle and play, and hey, you know, he come at you the wrong way, your back is messed up. So yeah, I don't think Marlo would have lied on her nephews. You know, I truly believe that her back was hurting from playing around with her nephew. And then the way Shamia was just putting out her medical information or what she thought, I'm like, girl, like, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to, you know, and it doesn't matter. So what? She might have had lipo. Who cares? I mean, what's the big deal? But we all know what Portia did on national TV. That stuff went around the world. But you want to waste everybody's time about Marlo having lipo. Okay, moving right along. And Shamia, girl, you need to stop. Just stop. You're making yourself look really horrible. You're losing all the brownie points that you had trying to, trying to be Portia, you know, trying to stay on the show and be Portia's friend. It's not a good look. It's really not. It's really pathetic. Talking about somebody's clout chasing. And I don't know if you guys noticed, this might be a little bit off the subject, but it's still on the show. Portia has been trying to morph into Nene. Like, now she's wearing her hair really short, the same hairstyle like Nene, that short haircut, the finger waves. I know if she dyes her hair blonde next season, I know something. Like, Nene should be really pissed because basically Portia moved her out of the way. She's gone, not because of Portia, but Portia played it right. They even got her at the center. Why? I don't know, because nothing is going on in Portia's life. Nothing. Who wants to know about her relationship with Dennis? Ugh. You know, so, but anyway, they got her at the apex, and she's holding the peach in the center, which that was Nene's spot. And now she's, you know, cut her hair off and wearing Nene's hairstyle. If I was Nene, I'd be pissed. So that's my 2 cents on that. So Portia's still being nasty at the table to Marlo, talking crazy with the aunts about how she, you know, she's blessed and she don't mess with people that, you know, did her wrong or whatever, and taking all these jabs at Marlo. And Marlo's like telling Candy, hey, what she said, you know, I can go below the belt. You know, I can let it all out. But she said she wasn't, you know, she wasn't going to do that to Portia. I wish she would have, because Portia gets away with murder. And hopefully at the reunion, but I'm just getting the feeling, because to me it seems like Kenya's been off her game with getting the zingers, because Drew was getting Kenya together on some of them episodes. And I was like, you know, until finally Kenya paid her dust and got her together. But man, it seemed like to me Portia has left herself wide open and nobody takes it. Nobody, you know, just gets her real good to make her shut up. But anyway, That's just my 2 cents. If you're a Portia fan, oh well. It is what it is. I'm not crazy about Portia. I saw through Portia from the beginning. And that the first scene when she came on, I think, I can't remember, it's been so long, maybe season 6 or 7, the same season I think Kenya came on. And I thought her and Kenya could have really palled up, but Portia was on something. But anyway, that hot tub scene between her and Cordell where they just had to kiss, I said, oh, they're gonna be divorced. That whole thing was fake. You know, her marriage to him was fake. She played like she could be the trophy bride when really she wanted to do what she's doing now, which is to be on TV. She's always been trying to get famous from her video vixen, you know, wannabe days, because she didn't make it at that, you know, but there is a video of her being, you know, a video girl. Then she was the fake phony preacher preaching against homosexuality, but they let her get away with that. And then she, you know, married Cordell, who she claimed she was a beard for. They let her get away with that, because I was like, wait a minute, this man denies that he's gay and you're outing him? Okay, but the LGBTQ community, I'm sorry if I got all the alphabet letters wrong, they love her. So Portia can do no wrong. Everybody hates Kenya. Moving right along. So, let's see. So we're wrapping up the dinner. All the aunts said the food was good. So, and they were overjoyed by the food. So I'm going to believe them that the food was really good. Although I've heard, I've checked around like in YouTube and on Google, some people's giving it mixed reviews, probably just due to service. And it's probably hard during the pandemic to get everything right. And usually it probably takes a couple of years for restaurants to really get it right. So they'll probably get it right. I know that food is good though. That food is probably really good. It looked good. So, Kenya, the next thing, I'm not really interested in what's going on with Drew, because just not interested. So next we see Kenya wants to get a breast reduction and lift. Her breasts have gotten crazy because, you know, after she had the baby, her breasts went kind of wonky. So she's meeting with a plastic surgeon, and that's good. And I'm glad she was open and honest, got it out there on the table so nobody has to do an inquisition about, did you get your breasts reduced? Did you get them lifted? She put it all out there so nobody can talk about it. Great. Then I love the scene between Cynthia and Mike getting on the scale. I thought that was so funny, especially since Cynthia put on blast like how much Mike, you know, weighs. That was so funny. And I thought that was a real cute scene. I think they're really cute together, and I hope it works out for Cynthia. He seems like a really nice guy. I used to watch him. He used to do a show with Claudia and another guy. I can't remember. I used to watch it religiously. They had a YouTube channel. And it was really nice because they would talk about current affairs. And but then he ended up getting like a really nice, like, he's a sportscaster. So he got a job somewhere. He had to leave the show. So he makes good money. So yay, Cynthia, you did good. So now we get into the drama. And I'm going to try to wrap this up because the video is getting long, about Profit Lot. I thought this was going to be short. And this is the good part, so don't sign off. Okay, Drew's supposed to have her baby get baptized by Profit Lot. I mean, oh my God, this girl, Profit Lot. Her mother is also, I think her mother is a minister. Why she's got to have her baby, why she's got to have her baby baptized, or, yeah, I think she's gonna christen by Profit Lot. And she, it's like, why is she making a big deal? But anyway, she can't have it done because supposedly he's been fooling around with LaToya. So a little to rewind it back, LaToya gets drunk at the niece's party. LaToya got sloppy drunk, and Drew's personal assistant helps Toya to get home. And in the meantime, he was telling her about how she needs to meet with his pastor, their pastor, who's also Drew's pastor, and maybe he can help her with what she's going through. Because Drew right now divorce is final. Adam Ali, who is Latoya's husband, I should say, just did a great interview with Tasha K. She's also a big time YouTuber. And, he said that the divorce is final. So anyway, but when this was all being filmed, she was going through a divorce. And it, was not a good divorce for Latoya. And just because he's blocking, he's not allowing her to film the kids. She has 3 children, 2 by him, but 3 in total. And he's the father to her first child as well, even though, he's not the biological father, he's the stepfather. But, and I believe he adopted that baby. So he's blocking it. He's not allowing her to bring the children on the show. So, and this girl has been working towards getting on TV, even though she has together they had a huge YouTube following. That's how they made their money. She made lots of money off of YouTube, off of being an influencer. And according to him, Bravo is only paying her $1,000 an episode. So, he put all her business out there in that interview with Tasha K. And I don't know, at first I was kind of like, I agree, maybe, because he has questions about this new guy she's with. That's a whole nother thing. So I won't go into that. But anyway, he doesn't like the new guy she's with. And he actually said that he doesn't want this guy to be playing happy families with his children. So he's pretty much blocked her being allowed to bring the children on the show. So she's going through a lot and nobody knows what's going on. She keeps, when Kenya asks, like, what's going on? She's like, nothing. She's not talking about it. So she gets drunk at the niece's party. Drew's personal assistant takes her to meet this Prophet Lot. They hit it off. I'm not saying that they had anything sexual, but he becomes her minister. And she, unbeknownst to Drew, takes Prophet Lot's like some type of 4 or 6 week course, renewal, spiritual thing, a spiritual renewal. And, so because of this, Drew doesn't want Prophet Lot to baptize her baby anymore. Drew is crazy. There's something wrong with her. Even Candy was like, girl, like, what? Like, so at the end of it all, Cynthia and Portia gets together to have this business pop up to help Black owned businesses during the pandemic, get out there because they've been hurting because people can't come or whatever. So she rents this space and gives everybody a booth so they can showcase and sell their products. So at this, of course, the girls wouldn't be Real Housewives of Atlanta if things didn't get messy at the pop-up. And so Candy, warns Latoya that, hey, Drew's gunning for you about this Prophet. Like, supposedly you're doing something with him. And she's like, what? She's like, oh, no, girl, no. He's just helping me out, blah, blah, blah. Drew finally, corners Latoya, tells her, you're sleeping with a man who's engaged and has a baby out of wedlock. I'm like, wait a minute, this guy's a prophet. How does a prophet have a baby out of wedlock? Like, really? People go to him for spiritualness? He's not married to the baby's mother, and he was supposed to be engaged to this woman. I don't know if it's the same woman or another woman or like what. It's crazy. I don't understand why Black people support certain people. But anyway, Drew puts out all this man's business, or what she thinks is this man's business, and it doesn't sound good. And she's blaming Latoya for destroying this man's relationship with his fiance. So Drew is like, so Latoya's like, you know what, girl, I don't have time for this. I'm getting ready to go. I told you I'm not having an affair with this guy. Bye. I gotta go. So anyway, she leaves. We see at the next scene that they meet up at Kenya's house. It was Marlo, Candy, Cynthia, and Latoya. And it was a nice scene. It was beautiful. this is what I want to see, the girls laughing, having fun, enjoying each other's company, even though Kenya didn't have no food as usual. She's like me. She don't cook. You're like, oh my God. But at least if I invite people over, like that many people over, I'm going to have some food. But anyway, she had no food. It was supposed to be her breast reduction and lift reveal, even though she didn't show nobody anything. And her chest still looked big, but whatever. It could have been still swelling from the surgery. But, you know, so anyway, LaToya gets Prophet Lot on the phone, and he denies everything. He even said that Drew and her husband never called him back about doing the baby's christening. He told them when they asked him, like, had he done anything with LaToya? He said, no, he didn't. He also said he's not engaged. He hasn't been engaged for 3 years. He was engaged to that person 3 years ago. He even denied being in a relationship or having anything sexually done with LaToya. Right out of the prophet's mouth. So we have to take the man at his word. Why was Drew so pressed? I don't know. She's calling LaToya a Delilah, saying that she preyed on the minister. And it's like, girl, why would you be mad at her? You should be mad at the prophet, at the minister. He's the one that's supposed to show restraint. So it's just really, Drew is like all over the place. She's messy. To me, I mean, you know, but I know they're going to keep her because she brings the drama. She's not afraid to go up against people. And we see in the next episode that her and LaToya are going to get into it. And, you know, to me, Drew is not being a good Christian. This is the same chick that also got busy with Bolo on a coffee table. I wonder what that conversation was like when it came out that the cameras were still running, that they had missed all of the cameras, and the camera also had audio. So how do you explain that to your husband, Drew? Because like LaToya said, she was in the process of getting divorced, so she could do whatever she wanted to do. So, and she wasn't even a Christian, so who does she have to report to? Nobody. But you, on the other hand, Miss Christian, Miss I'm married and got how many kids? I think she's got 2. You up there busting it, you know, what did old girl said? You're up there spreading it wide and laying it low for Bolo. So you need to worry about yourself. So it was a good episode. I think it ended on a good note. I love the ladies' camaraderie at Kenya's house. I'd like to see more of that. Kenya's house looked beautiful. It's really coming along. So I like her style. So as far as the house, fashions, I don't know. We still got to work on that. So anyway, please, I hope you enjoyed my review. Please stick with me. I plan to be more consistent with my content. Let me know that you stopped by leaving a comment. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button so you can get notices of when I do my next review. Thank you so much. See you soon. Bye.